What's going on, everybody? It's Mike Sports Trade here, back with another random pack opening video. Today I just snagged a Playbook hanger and 3 Absolute Football fat packs, cello packs, whatever you want to call it, just to get a little fun stuff. So let's get into it. We'll go on the Absolute first. This is kind of a cool, both of these products are kind of cool in the aspect of some of the stuff is exclusive. Some of the cards are exclusive to retail, including Playbook, all the base, all the rookies, stuff like that is all only in retail. You won't find any of it in the boxes, so that's going to be interesting. All right, here we go. Get through the vet real quick. All right, starting off. That's kind of cool. Kind of relevant right now. Carson Wentz out of 149. Orange. I don't really know what this parallel is in Absolute, but there's a billion parallels everywhere. But there you go. There's a relevant player. I recently just bought a Carson Wentz rookie patch auto to get into my collection. I'll probably eventually, it's 146 of 149. I'll probably eventually sell that. Just wait for a good week or two to get rid of it. But all right, then we have a green Saquon Barkley, green Julian Edelman, a Noah Mbognahi green. I saw it backwards. I was like, maybe that's an auto, but no, just a green parallel. In the Combine uniform, I forget which product it starts moving finally into, let me move this light a little back. Which product it starts moving finally into the actual uniforms, but I think it's Optic. Optic definitely. I don't remember of anything else, what the next product is after that as well. There's a Stargazing Zeke. Introductions Joe Burrow. That's a nice one. Again, it's a cheaper product, so I'm not going to lose my nuts over it, but it's not bad. You always like to see Joe Burrow, and these introduction cards are pretty cool. Right there. C.J. Henderson, Kenneth Murray, Darrington Evans. This is a tough collect because now that Henry signed on, it's just going to be backup. Antonio Gibson. There's a Herbert. Burrow and Herbert out of the first box. The two guys you probably want the most, and then Tua would be next, in my opinion. I think these two are super special, and I think Tua has a shot. I don't know really what's going to happen with Tua. Darnell Mooney and Nate Stanley. Especially with that team. If they can get another wide receiver, I think you pair Devontae Parker then with Preston Williams, and you get another Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle type guy. Another big-time wide receiver that'll open it up for the other two as well. I think Devontae Parker is going to continue to be really good. He had a kind of a mediocre season with the hamstring injury, but I wouldn't give up on the guy because he's shown that he's got the skills. There's Haskins, Gardner Minshew, which sucks now, Bobby Wagner. Not to be too dandy down in the dumps, but Minshew was fun to watch. He's clearly not a Mahomes skill level, but he's got skill. It's just nowadays it's kind of interesting. You're watching a development of the sports world in football. There's so many quarterbacks now that mediocre just doesn't cut it in anybody's eyes. And so you're seeing the mediocre guy who just doesn't line up to the top guys in the league. And it's not even, if he's not close enough, they'll dump him as quickly as possible. That's why you see the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan, and you see us not signing Dak, you wonder. But in reality, Dak can't beat Mahomes by himself. And they're going to have to pay a lot of money to defense and to other positions. And so teams sit on that, and they get Really worried about it. Jake Luton. I'm not even going to sleeve it, but CeeDee Lamb behind it, I will. Introduction CeeDee Lamb. Again, Cowboys fan. Love me some CeeDee Lamb. But, yeah, when you start seeing just how many good quarterbacks there are, you know, Wentz even, for example, you know, got thrown kind of off to the side, and you really look at it, Wentz is a good quarterback, but he didn't play up to snuff, you know, carrying the team every single year. He finally had a bad year, and there's Tua. That's not bad. 3 absolute packs. You get all 3 quarterbacks we wanted, and a CD. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Tua is a big example of a team where they just are like, well, you're good, but you're not good enough. I don't know if, you know, they're like, okay, I don't know if you can beat Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers, etc. And there's so many, you know, Josh Allen. There's so many good, talented quarterbacks in the league now. It's very different. It's really weird, honestly, to think about, you know, a lot of teams that used to not have everything else together and they could not get their quarterback right. And now it's too many and you need to get a good enough one. Here's all the base I was talking about that is exclusive to Parallel. So it kind of adds a little, it's not necessarily a desirable product, which hurts. So it's not necessarily, it might not be worth really holding, but this is the only place you're going to find it if you collect base or anything like that. All right, so there's all the, yeah, that's all the base. Jake Fromm next up, Clyde next up. That's not bad. Like a little Clyde in my life. All right. I won't throw that necessarily on a stand, but it's nice. Miles Sanders, Blitz, Cortland Sutton. We got a Marlon Davidson, Jeff. Oh, there we go. There we go. Jeff Okudah and a Burrow, the #1 overall and the #3 overall pick last year. I think this kid is really going to be good. I think people fell off the second he got injured. All the investor type people, you know, threw him aside. T. Higgins is another good one too. Don't worry if you're freaking out about me sleeving anything. I'll sleeve it all at the end. But it kind of, people threw him aside when he got hurt. But I think Burrow showed skill that he really would have been competing with Herbert for the rookie records and all that. I know Herbert obviously didn't start and Burrow did. And if you think about it that way, if Burrow would have continued on his streak and his skill level, he definitely would have been, there would have been competition at Rookie of the Year. But because he got hurt, because it just kept getting worse and worse for them, you know, obviously they're gonna write him off, whatever. So he's someone I've kind of like invested a little more money into. I'm gonna send stuff for grading. I'm gonna wait on it. I think you guys should really think about that too when you're looking at cards. Guy gets hurt, whatever happens, you know, there's value there. If you saw, you know, I've read this quite a few times and I've observed it myself to be true. You know, never take another investor's advice just based on because they say you should do this, but, you know, trust yourself, learn to trust yourself, learn to use your instincts, because there's, you know, why pay a bunch of money to somebody to tell you and take a chance that they're wrong? You know, why not just learn? So that's a Deebo Samuel right now. I thought it might have been a Uke. So that's something I push, but personally, I'm going after Burrow. I think his cards are just a little bit down. They're not like incredibly down. They're not through the floor. Everybody saw it too, but they're just a little bit less than what you'd want it to be. And I think that's, as a buyer, that's a really good opportunity because he has 1 or 2 good games next year. He looks a little better, and those cards will go up $100, $200. And if you want to let him go, then, you know, that's a quick, easy flip. you know, long term, that's something I don't necessarily want to like recommend or push on anybody, because it's the Bengals. They need to get offensive line. They need to get, you know, strong tight end, running back game. Mixon needs to not get hurt. Defense needs to get better. All those things happen, you know, which we all wish they would happen, but I'm a Cowboys fan, and I know how long it's been since we've had a decent defense, at least 20 years since we've had anything on defense. You know, we had DeMarcus Lawrence, we had Sean Lee, who kept getting hurt. We've had Greg Ellis for a year at the end of his career. We had, you know, we have DeMarcus Lawrence now. We had Ware and Lawrence now. Trying to think of all the really, like, Byron Jones was pretty good. But you really start going down the list, you're like, there's not really, like, Jalen Smith is okay, but he had a horrible year this year. Leighton Vander Esch got hurt after having a really good rookie campaign. It's just, you know, you watch these things, you go, okay, Dak Prescott would be incredible with that defense, but long term, Cowboys historically, and same with Bengals, have not been great at defense and not been great at really providing their players with the things they need. Carson Palmer is another example of that. He was a great talent, and also Andy Dalton. So things to think about. I just want to throw a little extra talking in there. I don't know if you guys already clicked off, but if you haven't, thank you so much. Leave a like, leave a comment, think about leaving a subscribe. I'm going to be increasing the content on here a lot more. I have tons and tons of product that I use for breaks. So I'll grab a bit of it out, obviously as long as I'm not spending too much money, but I'll grab a little bit out and throw it into videos. So I'll have a lot more stuff to do videos with. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching the video. I'm Mike Sports Trade. Well, I'm Mike. This is Mike Sports Trade, and I am signing out.